Hello everyone, I'm going to be reviewing Stylecraft Uno trimmer. I've had this for I think about 6 months now, and I think this is actually the best shaver on the market, and I'll tell you why. First of all, it has a very nice build quality, a nice case on it. Works really well, and as you can tell, it's only a single foil shaver, which is why I think it's the best on the market. If you were to buy only one shaver, I think this is the best one to have because it can do everything a double shaver can do, and it has the extra versatility of getting into areas where the double foil shaver cannot get in. For example, if you're giving like a very low fade and you're trying to ball around the ears, you can actually fit this here. It's a lot harder to fit it. Or right above the mustache, you know, when you trim it down, right below the nose. Usually people like to get that lined up. It's really hard to use a shaver there. First, it's very sensitive, and also it's pretty hard to do it. This is a lot easier to use and a lot quicker and a lot safer. And then if you're just trying to bald someone out, it's good too. I don't use the shaver that often, shavers in general, because my trimmers are so close that I don't always need them. And then when I use it for beards, I just use a blade. But for under the neck, I use a shaver. And for under under the chin, I should say. And also when doing the nape area, depending on the client, I'll use a shaver as well. So there's a couple cons with this trimmer. The main one being is it does not have a charging stand. The only one that I'm aware that has a charging stand is the Andis Pro Foil. Not even all of them, only the one with the black casing. I think they have like a new bronze metallic one. That one does not have a charging stand. The original one does not, but the one that came out in the middle had one. So I like that one. I used to use that, but it stopped working one day. And I already had this Uno because I just bought it to see how a single foil could help me. And I decided I didn't really need a double foil shaver anymore because I actually like using this all the time more. So this is not actually on the thing when you buy it. This is just a little piece of metal that I, have a double-sided taped on just so I have a place to mount it. So I have a magnet on the wall. Just so I have a place to mount it. So, because I like everything having a set place on my station, which is why I really like charging stands. And I hate having to plug in cables because when you need to plug in a cable, it almost removes the functionality of being cordless, because if you have to disconnect and connect the cable, you're just taking extra steps. I'd rather have a corded tool, to be honest. Anyways, at least with shavers, you don't have to charge them too often. So yeah, I think the only upgrade I would say to this is to make it have a charging stand. And I know it's a really small item, so maybe a really tiny one. That would make it even better. As you can see here, the maintenance I've done on this is I've dropped this, or actually I don't even know how, but at some point this broke. I don't know if I dropped it. Eventually these are all gonna break, these foils. And then I bought a replacement. I can't remember how much it was. I think 10 or 15 bucks. The actual shaver itself, I think, is about $50. There's a Stylecraft version and a Gamma version, which are pretty much identical. And you just take out the top by pulling it. And then here's the actual cutter. I think there might be 2 different versions of cutters. This is the only one that I saw in the box, and it's worked fine for me. I haven't had any issues. I'm going to give a brief sound test here. It's not really going to be too accurate because of the camera. It's gotten a little more rattly over time. It was a little less cheap sounding when I got it, but it still works. And if you were going to buy only one shaver, I think this is your best bet, as it's the most versatile, and it's probably one of the cheapest on the market because of the size. But if you really want that double shaver, in my opinion, the best one to go for is the Andis with a charging stand, because there is a wall version, there is a babyliss shaver, but none of them have charging stands. And I think having the charging stand, to me, puts it over the top, since they're all very close besides that. I've used a Bronze Series 9 in the past as well. I liked how it had a charging stand. I did not like like ergonomics of it. It was really hard to like, it was good for like a large area, but it was basically the opposite of this. It was a giant head, and it was really hard to get into tight areas. So I think for what we use them for, I don't think it's a good tool. I think it's good. The Bronze Series 9 is good for shaving heads, and that may be it, or maybe shaving a whole face. But I think for precise work, single floor shaver is the way to go. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.